There exists an ancient and potent plant that has been held in high esteem by shamans, mystics, and spiritual leaders throughout history. This plant bridges the physical and metaphysical worlds, revealing hidden dimensions of consciousness, cannabis, a medicinal herb that offers pathways to deeper self-discovery. It serves not just as a plant, but as a reflection of humanity's pursuit of transcendence, pleasure, and healing. Cannabis has been symbolically represented in various sacred traditions and texts, often cloaked in allegory or woven into ritualistic practices. In the ancient Indian text, the Atharva Veda, cannabis is identified as one of the five sacred plants, recognized as a protector from evil and a source of joy. Known as Vijaya, meaning victory, it symbolizes triumph over suffering and provides access to divine experiences. According to some interpretations of the Tantras, cannabis is associated with Shiva, a meditative deity in Hinduism. The use of bong, a cannabis preparation, during festivals honoring Shiva, signifies the dissolution of the ego and communion with the divine. Cannabis is seen not merely as an intoxicant, but as a sacred tool for transcending earthly attachments. In shamanic customs, especially in Central Asia and Siberia, cannabis symbolizes the cosmic axis that links the underworld, earthly realm, and heavens. Its rising smoke acts as an offering and a symbolic connection between the material and spiritual realms. Historically, cannabis has been regarded as a ritualistic substance, aiding seekers in navigating between the mundane and the mystical. Its psychoactive properties allow for altered states of consciousness, making it a means to explore non-ordinary realities. The physical realm is limited by sensory perception and ego, while the metaphysical realm encapsulates unseen aspects of existence, universal consciousness, energy flows, and the divine. When used with intention, cannabis breaks mental barriers and attunes practitioners to finer frequencies, similar to how a tuning fork harmonizes discordant tones. This bridging effect is particularly highlighted in mystical practices, where cannabis acts as a means of lifting veils, enabling direct experiences of metaphysical truths, often hidden by habitual thinking. However, mindfulness is essential. Without adequate grounding, cannabis can distort or overwhelm these experiences. Ancient rituals harnessed cannabis for its psycho-spiritual benefits, emphasizing its role in facilitating sacred experiences. In Vedic traditions, a mystical drink is central to rituals mentioned in the Rig Veda, speculated to be cannabis, revered for connecting humans to the divine and providing insight, vitality, and transcendence. The modern use of bong, made by blending cannabis leaves with milk, traces back to these ancient customs. It is consumed during festivals like Holi and Maha Shivaratri to honor Lord Shiva, believed to help replicate his state of meditative bliss, allowing devotees to detach from worldly concerns and align with the cosmic rhythm. In Siberia, the Chukchi, a nomadic tribe, used cannabis in funerary rituals, burning it to guide souls to the spirit world, while shamans utilized cannabis smoke to enter trance states, communicate with spirits, and reclaim lost aspects of the soul. In South American cultures, cannabis often accompanies ayahuasca ceremonies, enhancing participants' receptivity to spiritual visions, sometimes blended with other herbs for purification, guidance, or healing. In Rastafarian spirituality, cannabis is considered the holy herb mentioned in the Bible. Practitioners reference passages like Psalm 104:14, which states, "He causeth the grass to grow for the cattle and herb for the service of man," to affirm its sacred importance. For Rastafarians, smoking cannabis is not recreational, but a spiritual act, a way to commune with God and meditate on divine truths. Some biblical references to anointing oils with kani balsam, often interpreted as fragrant cane, suggest cannabis was used in rituals. Scholars debate this interpretation, but it underscores the plant's role as a medium for transcendent experiences. Cannabis, with its unique psychoactive characteristics, is viewed as a green messenger capable of awakening dormant aspects of the self and facilitating direct communication with the divine. It contains cannabinoids like THC, tetrahydrocannabinol, and CBD, cannabidiol, which engage the brain's endocannabinoid system, regulating mood, perception, and even our sense of time, acting as a bridge between the physical brain and the ethereal aspects of consciousness. When consumed with sacred intent, cannabis becomes a doorway, altering one's vibrational state. Traditional mystics describe this process as tuning into a higher frequency. Users often report sensations of merging with universal consciousness, perceiving interconnectedness, and becoming more aware of their energetic nature. However, what does this altered state truly feel like? Time may slow down or cease to exist, mirroring the timeless states achieved in deep meditation or samadhi. This enables a heightened focus on the present, where profound insights can emerge. Colors become vivid, sounds resonate deeply, and routine experiences shift into sacred encounters. This enhanced sensory awareness aligns with the mystic's aim to perceive the divine in all things. Cannabis can quiet the inner critic and temporarily dissolve ego barriers, creating space for humility, unity, and a sense of being part of a greater whole, a glimpse of the divine. Cannabis can deepen meditation by silencing the incessant mental chatter, allowing focus on the present moment and facilitating exploration of inner landscapes. However, it should not replace disciplined practice. Instead, it acts as a catalyst, opening doors that seekers must consciously walk through. Insights gained under cannabis's influence can be profound, but warrant critical examination. Not all visions reveal spiritual truths. Some may be subconscious projections or distortions of reality. True spiritual growth involves integrating these experiences into daily life and discerning genuine insights from illusions. Cannabis is said to impact the subtle body, particularly the chakras or energy centers, often enhancing activity in the upper chakras, like the third eye, ajna, and crown chakra, sahasrara, associated with intuition and cosmic connection. However, overuse can destabilize the practitioner, causing imbalances in the lower chakras linked to stability and physical health. The Kundalini energy, depicted as a coiled serpent at the spine's base, can be stimulated by cannabis but must be approached cautiously. If the body and mind are unprepared, a rapid rise in Kundalini energy may result in overwhelming sensations, such as anxiety or physical discomfort. Cannabis has been used for centuries as a natural pain remedy due to its anti-inflammatory properties, making it effective for conditions like arthritis, while its analgesic effects relieve migraines and neuropathic pain. For spiritual practitioners, reducing physical discomfort allows for deeper inner work. It can alleviate symptoms of anxiety, depression, and PTSD by modulating stress responses, offering a sense of calm that fosters healing. Research has indicated that cannabis enhances neuroplasticity, the brain's ability to form new neural connections, making it a powerful resource for creative exploration, problem solving, and spiritual insights. By dissolving rigid perceptions, cannabis cultivates a sensation of unity with the universe, allowing practitioners to transcend duality and experience the interconnectedness of all life. In temporarily quieting the ego, cannabis fosters deeper empathy and compassion, qualities essential for spiritual growth. These attributes align practitioners with higher vibrational frequencies of love and understanding. However, the challenge lies in sustaining these realizations without becoming dependent on the plant. Cannabis often serves as a key unlocking the subconscious, unblocking repressed emotions and memories, leading to cathartic releases and the removal of energetic blockages. Users frequently report a heightened connection to the natural world, nurturing reverence for the earth and aligning practitioners with ecological mindfulness and spiritual harmony. Cannabis encourages introspection, urging seekers to explore profound questions about existence, purpose, and reality, forming the foundation of spiritual growth. While cannabis soothes emotional or physical suffering, it can become a crutch, allowing users to avoid facing underlying issues, which delays authentic growth. Some may use cannabis to create an illusion of spiritual advancement, bypassing the necessary work of self-examination, discipline, and healing. Confronting one's darker aspects or engaging in shadow work is crucial for lasting transformation. Although cannabis can provide temporary access to elevated states of consciousness, repeated use for escape leads to spiritual inertia. True enlightenment involves integrating insights gained in altered states into everyday life, relationships, and personal development. Scientific studies validate cannabis's effectiveness in managing chronic pain, anxiety, epilepsy, and other conditions. These findings not only support its medicinal use, but also highlight the need for careful dosing and supervision. Research indicates potential risks of excessive use, such as cognitive decline, dependency, and mental health issues, emphasizing mindfulness in consumption, particularly in spiritual practices. Ancient traditions often recognized both the benefits and hazards of cannabis, using it intentionally for specific rituals or conditions. Modern science complements these understandings by explaining the mechanisms of its effects. Recreational use of cannabis often diverges from its traditional purpose as a sacred plant. Without proper intent, its spiritual potential may be overlooked, reducing its essence to that of mere intoxication. The mystical experiences induced by cannabis do not always lead to clarity. Some spiritual teachers refer to these as false revelations or spiritual illusions, where the mind fabricates compelling images mistaken for genuine insights. Authentic experiences typically bring deep peace, humility, and wisdom, marked by a sense of clarity and alignment with universal truths. Cannabis can amplify fears, delusions, or fantasies, complicating the distinction between true insight and subconscious projections. Mystical teachings frequently stress the importance of integration, bringing lessons from altered states into daily life and practice. Without this, cannabis can become a fleeting escape rather than a transformative guide. From a yoga and energy work perspective, cannabis interacts with the subtle body, particularly the chakras and nadis. Many users report enhanced intuition and visionary experiences correlating with the activation of the Ajna chakra. Cannabis encourages feelings of compassion, love, and empathy, temporarily dissolving barriers between self and others. It can stimulate dormant kundalini energy at the spine's base, resulting in sensations of heat, vibration, or spontaneous bliss. However, reckless use may disrupt the natural flow of energy, creating imbalances or emotional instability. Mindful use of cannabis begins before the first inhale or sip. Sacred preparation transforms a casual act into a spiritual ritual, aligning the user's intention with the plant's innate energy. Establishing a clear purpose is crucial. Ask yourself why you are using cannabis. This intention serves as a compass, guiding the experience and providing meaning. Many ancient traditions regard cannabis as a sacred entity, not merely a substance. Before use, hold the plant in your hands, express gratitude, and silently request its assistance on your spiritual journey. Some practitioners chant, pray, or meditate over the plant, infusing it with personal energy. Incorporate sacred items into your ritual, such as crystals, incense, or a small altar. These symbols create a sanctified atmosphere and amplify the energetic field surrounding the practice. The environment where cannabis is consumed significantly influences the experience. Choose a quiet, clean, and secluded location, whether a peaceful outdoor space or a cozy room filled with candles. Cannabis can be a double-edged sword. Its benefits depend on mindful moderation and self-awareness. Over-reliance on the plant may lead to stagnation or dependency, weakening spiritual growth. In spiritual contexts, less is often more. A small dose can open the mind while maintaining clarity, whereas excessive consumption risks overwhelming the user with unwanted noise and confusion. The ultimate aim of any altered state is transformation. The insights gained during cannabis-induced experiences hold little value if not integrated into daily spiritual practice. After each session, take time to write down thoughts, visions, or emotions. This process helps ground abstract experiences into concrete insights. Over time, these reflections become a roadmap for one's spiritual journey. Consuming a nourishing meal post-session can help balance energy and integrate the physical with the spiritual realms.